Hey, how's it going?
Hi, Luke. I'm Ezelle from the upcoming. It's going very well, thank you. Congratulations on being here at the premiere of Ladylike at the BFI Flair. Um, so, could you tell us a little bit about what viewers can expect when they watch Ladylike? What's the story about? What can they expect?
Yeah, Ladylike is the story of Lady Camden. It is an origin story. It is a rags to riches story of going from like a local drag queen to becoming an international celebrity through RuPaul's Drag Race. But deeper than that, we go further back into her history and we investigate what it is that necessitates her to create joy and fantasy in the world, because for her it is a necessity. She needs that joy, she needs that hope, she needs that community, and it's so beautiful that she found this pathway to give her so much hope, purpose, and community.
Can you talk about that collaboration then with her? Were you friends beforehand? How did that kind of conversation start where you thought, yes, we're going to take the story and bring it to screen?
Oh, yeah, well, she said this the other day. She didn't fully understand when I asked her the question what she was getting herself into, I think. Which I don't think I did either. You know, we had been friends for a while through the dance community of San Francisco, because I was a former dancer. She's a former dancer. I remember the first time I saw her do drag, I did not realize it was Rex. And I thought to myself, that is next level drag. And that is someone I want to work with. And then when I found out it was Rex, I was like, oh, I already know her. So we started making videos and stuff together. And then she got whisked away to, you know, some unknown location to film Drag Race. And when she came back, she, I sort of was like, she didn't even have to ask me. I was like, we're making some short films. And we made 7 short films. And, you know, most girls, they make photographs of their outfits. We turned 7 of her outfits into full cinematic worlds that you can see on her Instagram or her YouTube. And we dropped them with episodes. And it was during the process of making those films that I was like, wait a minute, this story's bigger. And I was like, do we have a feature film in here somewhere? And so I told her, I was like, I think there might be more. Can we just start exploring and filming this process? And about 2 months in, she got the call to go to heaven at the end of the season. And I was like, we have a story here. We have a real story.
You definitely do. So can you talk a little bit about the outfits? I mean, have you helped her kind of choose anything? And does she make them herself, or does she have a costume designer? I mean, they're gorgeous all the way through the film. It's just like, oh, it's like watching Barbie.
Yeah, it's true. Coming to life. You know, Camden is amazing. She can make her own outfits, and they're beautiful, which is why she crushes design challenges on the season. She also has a lot of a couple really phenomenal designers that she's got close collaborations with that make a lot of her outfits. Her outfit tonight was made by one that makes a lot of outfits for her, Kipper Snacks. I'm not part of that, really. I mean, certainly not for Drag Race. I did not help with that. But after that, like when we're doing her music videos and things like that, I definitely come in with my ideas and my pitches, but then she takes it to a designer and runs with it. And I'm like, you make it, Lady Camden.
So, sort of, obviously, you've compiled an awful lot of footage, I imagine. Some of it obviously didn't make the cut, and some of it did to tell the story. What do you think as some kind of your favourite moments as you look back at this feature? You think, oh my God, I'm so glad we brought that to screen.
Oh, gosh. You've seen it, right?
Yes, I
Gay
loved it. I loved it. Yeah,
Gay lingo in the hotel room.
the mum.
I have to tell you, when we didn't have that in any of our original cuts, and I was like missing stuff, and I was like going back through the dailies. I was like, I know there's something in there. And I remember I found that scene and I sent it to the editor and I had him cut it together. And I showed up and he showed me the scene cut together, and I fell to the floor crying in laughter for 10 minutes. I think, to me, that is like just everything. I love that scene so much.
It really shows the family aspect and the generational divide, and how she's trying to sort of find common ground there and learn everything and be a part of her daughter's life. So it's really cool. So what do you think are some of the main themes that kind of come through with this? Because I definitely see the idea of picking yourself up and starting again, the idea of friendship and how important that is. So what are some of the things that you kind of wanted to explore?
I think that's exactly it. I mean, that's exactly it. It's that hardship happens to all of us, and we all have to figure out how to move on, and we all have to figure out, you know, I think also there's something about like being a fish out of water. Sometimes that hardship is just feeling like you don't belong and you have nowhere to be, and you don't have anyone that understands you or gets you, and sometimes that can be very violent and dramatic, and sometimes it can be just really internalized. But either way, it's a very universal experience. And what is beautiful about Lady Camden's story is the perseverance to push through, to keep a mind open to say, there is a world out there for me.